Yay, math. Thank you, that was great. Yes, thank you. All right. That's gonna be on my, when I'm on Oprah or something. Yeah.
We'll get Oprah to do it.
You'll get Oprah to do it. Can you imagine an Oprah? Wouldn't that be so like, the YAYMATH guy? And I run out, and all these women are like, yeah! Doing the thing, And I'm like, who knows how to factor? And they're like, no, I don't remember how to do that my whole life. And we're like, no, you will. YAYMATH. Did you know one of my slogans for the website? It's YAYMATH. Finally.
What does that mean?
My jaw hurts from smiling. Yeah, right? YAYMATH. Finally. Also keep in mind, YAYMATH is also can work sarcastically for anyone who wants to say it sarcastically. I accept. It is math after all. This isn't as fun as like cherry picking in the sunshine.
Yay.
So if you want to be like, yay, math. Finally. And it works.
Can you imagine if you were like an inspiration and you came on Oprah and all these women were standing up like, oh, thank God for that!
It's thank God that I can finally do math.
Thank Oprah.
That is something to thank God because it's a serious situation, man. SAT scores, colleges are all getting harder. So here we go. Watch the door. Okay, so here we go. There are 4 particular shapes that we can create out of this 2 cones that are nose to nose here. Imagine this was in 3D and I had a piece of paper, all right? And I used this piece of paper to cut through this thing in any way possible, any angle, like a piece of paper, it gives it a plane, all right? So what are the 4 shapes that I could create?
Circle, triangle.
Okay, so here we go. I heard circle. So if I took a piece of paper and cut it right through here, I would create a circle, or we would create a circle, right? So like parallel to the bottom. So a circle is one conic section. What's another one?
Triangle.
How would you create a triangle?
By the middle.
If you cut it in half, that wouldn't be a triangle.
The face of the house.
It would look like this. Look like this. All right. Actually, you know what? Think of it more like a. This is my mistake. It's actually curved. It's my fault.
Okay.
It's actually curved. Yeah. So yeah. It's better. So would it be a triangle, right?
An oval?
An oval. That's right. Let's talk about the oval first. So we had the circle was one. And if we came in on the side, this would be another one. It would be an oval. That's called an ellipse. All right. What's another one we said? A triangle.
Cone.
Cone. It'll look like this, right? It'll look like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say if we cut through, like straight through here, that would be what's called a hyperbola. That would look like, and we turned it on its side, it would look like this. This would be the slice that we cut out. If we turn this on its side. So this is the top one. It's like here. There. And this is the bottom one. It's here. This is totally conceptual. If you don't see this right away, it's okay. It's just theory. It's just theory. So that's it. This is called a hyperbola. We're going to do that. Hyperbola. And then we have the circle, ellipse, and if we did like over here, cut this, that would be a parabola. All right. So parabolas is what we're going to do today. Parabola. Parabolas, huh? So we're doing more than one. Okay.
Parabola.
All right, so here it comes. Yeah, when in doubt, just be like, yay math.
YAYMATH!
Yeah. Okay. So the following is the equation of a parabola. I'm sure you've seen it. Here it comes. Y equals x squared. All right. This is the basis for the equation of a parabola. It's the basis. Now we're going to build onto this formula, and we're going to dissect it like a frog in biology.
Ew!
What did you dissect in bio?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Squid.
You don't dissect anything?
A horse.
No, in anatomy,
Anatomy.
a cow's femur, a sheep eye,
My dog.
sheep brain.
Okay.
Remember a snowman?
Time to dissect this
Can
like a
you
sheet.
show it?
I have a picture.
Please write the following formula. So, there's the letter A out here.
With Chase.
Parentheses, minus. Let's say, right now, 3,
What are we writing?
and then plus 4. Okay, and this is squared out. Yeah, they're generally called K and H, but you know what? I'm not going to call them that. I'm going to use numbers. So this is a parabola. Notice, A could be any number. We'll talk about that. It's x minus or plus a number here, squared. That creates our y equals x squared. It's still written in black, you can see, plus 4. All right, so this is like a parabola with all the trimmings. Okay, you know, moonroof, GPS, XM radio. So what is hiding in here? The vertexes. Can anyone guess what the vertex would be? Yes?
Negative 3.
So is it negative 3, 4?
No, it's 3.
It's 3, 4. Good. It's kind of like opposite of the sign in here, and then the actual sign out here. That's how I remember it. 3, 4.
So what is this?
This is the vertex. That's very good. Vertex is 3, 4. Now let's start to graph this. Now when I'm going to ask you to graph this stuff, I don't need exact graphs. I need rough sketches. So a rough sketch, we go to 3, 4. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Okay. So there's 3, 4. Which way will this parabola open? Up
Down.
or down?
Up, down.
Why up?
Because that's not a negative number.
Right, yeah, we've talked about this before briefly. If this number out here were negative, if A is negative, it would go down. If A is positive, it goes up. So let's say this is going to be positive. I'm going to change this A now. A equals 1 over 8. Okay, so 1 over 8 is positive, it's going up. So we can start our sketch here.
It's going to be what?
Good. So this is a parabola. A parabola has symmetry, meaning you can cut it in half and it would be the same mirror images on either side. What is the line that cuts this? What's it called? Anyone remember?
Line of symmetry.
Axis of symmetry. Good.
That's close.
So, that's right. Axis of symmetry. What is the equation of this line?
X equals
X equals
3.
3.
I love the line.
Right. X equals 3. X equals 3. Write that a little bigger. Okay, any questions so far? A couple things left. The next we're going to talk about, what we haven't talked about before, is called the focus. Okay, the focus, if you want to think of like astronomy terms. Have you ever studied about like a comet or a meteor or something? It's coming in from space and it has an angle of approach to some planet or something or a star, and the gravity is pulling it in, but it's not close enough that it would crash, and it's moving too fast that it would be caught in orbit, right? If it's moving slow, it would be caught in orbit and it would go around and around, but what happens is it approaches and it's moving really fast, the star or the planet will catch it and then swing it the other way, all right? What it actually creates is a parabola. So you can say that this is the path of this meteor coming, and then it swings the other way. So what is a point in here, an imaginary point, that it swings around? And that's what we're going to calculate. Right? It's called the focus. This focus here, it's an imaginary point, and we need to have the point. So the focus is a point. All right, and the equation of this point is the following. First, let's think about it. So we went up, correct? The focus is here. So is the x, regarding the vertex, is x the same or is y still the same?
Y is the same.
What do you think?
X is the same.
X is still the same, correct? Because we didn't move left to right,
Oh.
right? So you're saying like y changes. It's good, totally fine. So 3, x is the same. And now this thing, Will it be more or less than more? In this case, it'll be more. If we had a parabola going down, the focus would be here. That's more or less. That would be less. Okay, so you get the idea. And this one here is, so we start with 4 plus 1 over 4a. So we start with, okay, it's the first time you're seeing it. We start with our original starting point, 4. All right? And then we add this particular thing. This is the new topic. 1 over 4a. Hopefully that's in the frame. Is that in the frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the edge.
All right, and it's going to be
But
good.
where do you get the 1 over 4?
This is a. 1 over 4, it's constant. It's always 1 over 4a. So we just plug in a here. And then we're done.
So like for
always
every
1 over
single
4?
problem?
1 over 4a. That's right. For every single problem. Yeah. All right, so let's do it, huh? We got a question?
Well, what do you mean by focus? I don't understand.
Focus is a point in here, an invisible point in which the parabola is centered around. Right? It's a point. It's just a point. Think of it like a point for now. Think of it like something swinging around it. Okay, so what's a in this case?
1/8.
1/8. So we have 1 over 4 times 1/8. What is 4 times 1/8?
1/2.
1/2.
1/2. So it's 1 over 1/2, correct? And so how many times does 1/2 divide into 1?
2.
So this is 2. So the focus is at 3, 6.
Oh, because 4 plus 2.
4 plus 2. So focus is at 3, 6. And there's a question in the back. Yes?
Could we also, on the 1 over 1/2, could you just multiply by reciprocal and then you...
Yes, yes. Well, once you get 1 divided by 1/2 is the same as 1 times 2 over 1. Exactly, yeah. I'll leave it to you. So that's 3, 6. And there's one more thing to talk about. It's kind of funny what it's called. It's this length here. Yeah, please don't talk about it that way. I'm just kidding, joke. Okay, this length here is, I'm going to write what it's called, so you don't think I'm joking. So, we did the vertex, yeah.
We really have to say this.
I'm going to write it.
You want me to say it?
We
Line.
can't wait.
Okay,
Right.
mathematicians do have senses of humor.
Latus, rectum.
Thank you. Yeah. This red line here is a thing called latus rectum.
Yay, latus,
Sorry, what was the
rectum.
last part?
I don't know. And its
Latus
distance is 1 over a.
Why is it called that?
I don't know,
It's a
man.
lateral-
Google!
No, I know.
Why?
I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's a lateral opening.
Lateral opening? Okay.
Wow.
Oh
This
my
created the wrong image. Okay, yeah, covering it. So what is 1 over a going to be?
1 over 1 over 8.
1 over 1
Use
8
another word. 8.
equals 8. So in other words, this distance is 4, this is 4. For a total distance of 8 from end to end. Alrighty?
No.
Questions on the 4 things we did, I believe. Alright, so we're just going to do one more. And that's it. We're going to do one more.
Where do we use that in an answer?
Oh, what is the distance of latus rectum?
8.
And then you'd say 8. Alright? What is the axis of symmetry? X equals 3. What is the blah blah blah? You just say it. That's how the homework's usually phrased. Okay, so you know how I fast forward the erasing? Now I'm going to do it like as fast as I can. I'll look even super faster like Speedy Gonzales.
Hey!
Exactly. Y equals, we're just doing 1. Negative 1/2. X minus 1
This
squared
is like an example problem.
plus 4. Indeed, we're going to go through this
Can you explain to me what the point of the picture was?
It's the sketch of the parabola. That's part of the task. Will be to sketch this and give all the characteristics of it. Axis of symmetry, focus. Yes.
Can I say what the vertex is?
Yes, please. What is the vertex?
Vertex is 1, 4.
1, 4 is the vertex. Let's start it off. Here we go. Graphing. All right.
It'll go down.
And it's gonna go down, down, baby, down, baby. Baby, go the world now. Ice cream, soda, put now. That's on big, right? Oh, Shanina, walking down the street 10 times a week. I met it, I said it, I stole my mama's credit. I'm cool, I'm hot. Sock me in the stomach 3 more times.
Is that you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. What? I love people your age know big.
I
We
love
watched
it.
that in school.
We watched
Tom Hanky.
Agreed, it's old.
Yeah. 1, 4.
Yeah.
Vert is 1, 4. Questions about vertex being 1, 4?
No.
Right on. Let's do the sketch. Down or up?
Down.
Down. Very good. Coming. What's the next thing I'm going to ask you?
What is
Yeah,
axis
focus.
of symmetry?
What is axis of symmetry?
None.
1.
X equals
What
1.
1?
X equals 1.
X equals 1.
You and your touch.
What is the latest rectum?
We're going to get to that. Save the best for the
X is
end.
the focus. X is the focus.
Focus. Next is the focus. Focus on the focus.
The X is still the same.
So here we go. Focus is coming up.
So 1.
So notice, focus will be where here?
In the middle.
Below it.
Below
the same
the
x-axis.
vertex, right over here, around here. So
1.
this point, oh, I didn't write the axis of symmetry. Here it is. Axis of symmetry. And now focus has a value of 1 something.
1.
And so how far down are we going? We're going for what? Plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus. So I'm going to write it out. 4,
Is it
Wait,
minus
why
because...
we're going down.
1 over 4.
Minus 1 over 4a. Bravo.
Thanks.
Okay. Welcome.
So we don't keep, so this time the X stays, I mean, doesn't this
Use your words.
Okay, now
X stays the same this time?
as the same as the last time.
Right.
Keep in mind, before we continue, negative 1/2. Before we continue, so actually it's going to be minus, so it's actually plus technically. You know what I mean? It's plus. It's always plus technically. I know, and you know by now, that we are going to go down, but this will end up being minus because a is negative. You'll calculate it and you'll see. While you're doing that, let me just tell you that this formula is for a parabola that opens up or down. If we switched y and x, what kind of parabola would that be?
Sideways.
It would be opening left or right. Okay? But everything else would still be the same. If a parabola opened left or right, as in here, the axis of symmetry would be what kind of equation?
Horizontal.
So what's the equation? Y equals the y value of the vertex. Alright? The focus would be over here, in which y stays the same and x moves plus 1 over 4a. Right? So I'm not going to do that example, I'm just telling you, giving you perspective. Most of the time, the reason we based it in y equals is that that's most of the problems that we're going to do, because this is a function. I know I'm going on a big tangent here, but bear with it, please. All right, so I'm erasing. Lovely. Okay, focus. What is this? What is 1 over 4a?
30.
4 times negative 1/2.
Okay, so it's 1 comma 4 plus 1 over 4 times negative 1/2.
So that's,
Wait, why isn't it minus?
It will be
isn't
minus
it 1 over 2?
because of the negative 1/2.
No, but
It will turn into minus.
4.
That's the idea. Just know that we're going down. So this is 2. Any questions about this being 2?
No.
Are you serious?
No.
That's 1/2.
Let's do that.
That's 1/2.
1, oh no, it's not 1/2, huh? 1 over, so let me write it.
It is 1 over. It's negative
1 over negative 1/2. What's that? Right?
1 over 2. No.
No.
It's
No.
negative.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Why did it just
I'm
say-
not looking at it right. Okay, 1 over
1/2.
negative 2.
So it's 4 minus the half.
4 minus a half, thank you. It is. Okay, so it's 4 minus a half. So it's 1, what?
2.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, totally.
Is that, okay.
Yeah.
So let's calculate this. Let's calculate 1 over 4 times 1/2, okay? So here it comes. 4 times negative 1/2. What is 4 times negative 1/2?
Negative 4 over 2.
Negative 4 over 2 is what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So the bottom is 1 over negative 2, right? That's what it is. This becomes negative half. Right? So 4 plus negative half is 3.5.
What's negative 3?
This thing in the blue circle.
No, I don't get where you get 3.5.
Because we add this 1 plus 4 over a is negative 1/2. We add that to 4, and so it's 4 plus negative half. 4 plus negative half becomes 3.5. Okay, we can go back to that. Just look at it closely. Would you agree that this is negative 1/2?
Mm-hmm.
So what's 4 plus that? 3.5. We'll come back to it. It's okay. All right, so that's the value of the focus. It's right here, technically. And latus rectum.
1 over A.
1 over a.
Is there a reason why that accent belongs to that word? Or
No.
some trauma
No.
childhood?
Don't talk about trauma. Okay.
Trauma.
That's the Italian version of trauma. Trauma.
Mamma mia.
It's like, I'll have some trauma with my linguini.
Yay for the correct.
Yes, correct. As in not. 1 over a.
Latus rectum.
Negative 1/2.
Yeah, so what is
1 over negative 1/2.
negative 1/2, which is
Means negative 1/2. I mean, just negative 2, sorry.
negative 2. So this is negative 2. So this distance is negative 2.
There's -1 on each side.
Or it's okay, it's actually the absolute
Absolute
value.
value. That's what I was gonna.
Right, thank you. The distance is always positive, so the distance is 2. This is 1 and 1. Oh, there's one other thing we have to talk about. It's very brief and very easy. It's a word
In
called...
order to pass, you must jump through a ring of fire.
No. Okay, so this is that one. And now there's one more thing we got to talk about. It's called directrix, correct. D-I-R.
Is your book open?
No.
Directrix.
Smart.
Directrix is a line that runs
Directly?
kind of at the base. Let me tell you. A line that runs at the base of your parabola, kind of like this. It's like a baseline, right? This line here. And we know that this line will be y equals something, because it's a horizontal line. And it is a distance of the focus away from the vertex.
So instead of.
So what's the distance of the focus?
-1 for a.
So what's this distance to the focus again? We talked about it. 1/2, correct? So this is also 1/2.
Oh, okay.
So this is y equals 4.5. Right. Y equals
What's the
4.5.
point of all
So
this?
is that the directrix?
Let's call it the directrix, yeah. The equation for the directrix is y equals 4.5.
That's
For this problem.
For this problem, yes. Yes.
How'd you get that?
Okay? The directrix is a horizontal line. If your parabola opens up or down,
Right?
it's a horizontal line. Okay? And the distance of it from the vertex is the distance of the focus. The distance of the focus. So the distance of the focus we agreed was 1/2. So we actually go 1/2 up.
Oh,
We go 1/2 up. Remember this point here was 3, 4. So this point's 3, 4, so if we go up, we're at 4.5. And that becomes y equals 4.5. All right? Let's cut it there. That's good. Okay, so that was totally a crash course in parabolas. Thank you. It was fun. Any YAYMATH solos?
Latus rectum.
That's a great solo.
YAYMATH.
Yay,
Thank you, YAYMATH. Latus rectum. Oh, oh. Yay, yay, math, 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 math. Yay, yay, to the yay.